Hey up internet, and welcome back to On the Sofa Live Extra. If you're new, do subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay in the loop. So, welcome, welcome to this extra live stream. This is the stream where I talk about all the stuff, all the news items, all the segments that I didn't get a chance to talk about in the mainstream. I've only got 3 segments this time, so let's get stuck in. Let's do this. Starting with this article's from BBC News. 2 men jailed over Starmer-linked arson attacks. Two men have been jailed for conspiracy. What? Two men have been jailed for conspiring to carry out arson attacks targeting property and a car connected to Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer. Ukrainian national Roman Lorenovich, 22, was jailed for 7 years, while Ukrainian-born Romanian national Stanislav Kapurik, 27, was sentenced to 2 years imprisonment at the Old Bailey. The attacks in North London were ordered on behalf of Russia, the BBC has revealed. Lorenovich carried them out after being recruited by Russian-speaking Telegram user L, who promised him payment. He had previously been hired by the same unknown figure to put up far-right posters. The judge, Mr. Justice Garnham, described Lorenovich as a useful idiot who could be easily manipulated. He said he had been easily bought and accepted the job as he had accepted other grubby little tasks. Kapurik played a supporting role in the utterly reckless attacks, the judge said. The court heard a Toyota car previously owned by the Prime Minister was found on fire on a street he used to live on in Kentish Town on the 8th of May 2025. On the 11th of May, a fire was discovered at flats linked to Sir Keir in nearby Islington. He had lived there years before. A day later, a fire was discovered at the entrance to Sir Keir's Kentish Town home, which he still owned and was being rented out to his sister-in-law, Judith Alexander. She told the trial of the billowing black smoke going up the stairs while she, her daughter, and her partner were in the house. Wow, it's amazing none of them got hurt. That is really good news. It's good news that none of them actually got hurt from this. Lorenovich and Kapurik were found guilty at the court on Monday of conspiring together and with others to damage property by fire between 1st of April and the 13th of May 2025. I wonder who those others were. I wonder if they will face charges for conspiring. I wonder. Laranovich was also convicted of alternate counts of damaging property by fire, being reckless as to whether life was endangered. He was acquitted of damaging property by fire with intent to endanger life. A third man, Petro Pochniok, 35, was found not guilty of the conspiracy charge. And there's a photograph there of Sir Keir Starmer's former Toyota car on fire. Yeah, and as much as I can't stand Keir Starmer and hate his policies and hate most of his policies and hate what he stands for, I wouldn't wish this on him or anyone else for that matter. He his family, he and his family could have been killed, but thankfully they weren't. James Scobie KC, representing Laranovich, said he was a complete and utter foot soldier and fodder for this type of infiltration. He said Laranovich is remorseful, telling the court of the shame he has brought to the family in Ukraine. He told the court that a message from L had made clear that damaging the front door was enough, as long as it generated media coverage. All right, so his mission wasn't actually to kill or even harm the Prime Minister. It was just to generate media coverage. And it makes me wonder if there's an investigation into who this L is. I wonder if we'll ever find out. I wonder if he'll ever face justice for this. But it seems unlikely. Kapurik, who was living in Romford in East London, was arrested on the 17th of May at Luton Airport as he prepared to board a flight to Romania. Kapurik's barrister, Shahid Rashid, said he had only been the money man and was not going to get anything out of the crimes. He added his motivation was helping a friend out who needed money desperately for his father's medical treatment. Kapurik's father told the BBC outside court they thought the sentencing was unfair as L had not been caught or punished. Laranovich, sorry, start that again. Laranovich's mother, who asked not to be named, said she felt heartbroken and ashamed. She added Roman's poor health impacted his intelligence from a very early age, and I've tried hard to protect him from bad people, but he is so naive. I wish my son was better sent to Ukraine to defend our country on the front line. Commander Helen Flanagan, head of counter-terrorism police in London, said, I would like to praise the swift work of the investigation team who identified the men involved within a few days of the fires. Crimes such as arson being directed by anonymous online accounts promising payments is a recurring trend in our casework. This actually happened about 10 or 11 days ago, but it was just brought to my attention a few days ago, a couple of days before the stream. but I didn't get time to talk about it last night, so I thought I'd talk about it here. But let me know your thoughts on this story in the comments. I'm sorry if you can hear birds squawking outside, but I need the window open because it's so warm. This next story is again from BBC News. And here we have some good news for a change. Trump's final appeal of E. Jean Carroll sex abuse case rejected. This is brilliant. The US Supreme Court will not hear an appeal requested by President Donald Trump to review the civil case that found he defamed and sexually abused writer E. Jean Carroll. A New York jury awarded Carroll $5 million, or £3.6 million, in damages in 2023 over her civil claim that Trump sexually assaulted her back in the 90s and then branded the incident a hoax on social media. Trump denied the allegations and repeatedly claimed that the judge who oversaw the civil trial improperly allowed evidence to be presented that affected how the jury viewed him. A federal appeals court agreed with the jury's verdict last year and said a new trial was not warranted. Trump then asked the highest court to intervene. The Supreme Court gave no details about their decision not to take up the case, as it is customary. It was Trump's final hope of overturning the jury's unanimous verdict and means he will have to pay Carroll the damages she has been awarded. That's the least he can do. He should pay. He should be in prison. But at the very least, he should pay her the damages that he owes her. That's the very least he can do. Carroll's attorney, Roberta Kaplan, said in a statement that the Supreme Court's decision affirms once and for all the jury's unanimous verdict that President Donald J. Trump sexually assaulted and defamed E. Jean Carroll. His multiple efforts to appeal that verdict have all failed, and today's ruling ends his quest to avoid accountability for his actions, she added. Carroll's counsel has not previously commented on the president's decision to bring a challenge to the Supreme Court. In a lengthy Truth Social post after the ruling, Trump said he would continue to fight against the weaponization and lawfare case, including the ridiculous claim of defamation with all my power and strength. He's insane. He is not well. He's utterly insane. I'm sure of it. He's a malignant narcissist, and I am so glad that this appeal didn't happen. It was overturned, and therefore we're still legally allowed to call him we're still legally allowed to call Donald Trump a rapist, because that's what he is. He's a rapist. And it's a sad state of affairs that we have a rapist president. But and he should be in prison. But I'm just glad that at the very least he's going to have to pay E. Jean Carroll the money that he owes her. The $5 million. That's the least he can do. And he needs to accept this verdict and stop being a whiny, nappy baby. This case is really against the United States of America and all it stands for, and should never be allowed to happen to another president or candidate to be, he continued. What a dickhead. New York State created a law for an instant speck of time going back many decades in order to wrongfully nab me. It was tailor-made, and this injustice cannot be allowed to stand. What an idiot. What a horrible person. What a narcissist. He's a narcissist and a bully. I fucking hate Trump. In the petition to the Supreme Court, Trump's lawyers argued Carroll's lawyer should not have let jurors see the 2005 Access Hollywood tape that showed the president talking about groping and kissing women. Trump's comments about the jury's findings in the case led to a separate jury to order him to pay Carroll $83 million for defaming her. A panel of federal judges denied his appeal of that decision in September. While Trump was found to have defamed and sexually abused Carroll, the jury rejected her claim of rape as defined in the New York's Penal Code. So maybe we can't legally say that he's a rapist, but we can at the very least legally say that he's a sexual predator, an abuser. And I personally believe Carroll that he raped her, but legally, I suppose legally, we can't actually say that he did, unfortunately. But I believe her anyway. Carroll, a former magazine columnist who is now 81, sued Trump for attacking her in the mid-90s in a department store dressing room in Manhattan. The defamation stemmed from Trump's post on his Truth Social platform in 2022, denying her claim. Trump has said Carroll was not my type. That's not the point. It doesn't matter. In sexual abuse and rape, it doesn't matter whether the person being abused or raped is the rapist's type or not. It's not about that. It's about power. It's about control. It's about forcing oneself on another person and taking control over that having control over that person. Not his type. Fucking hell. Trump should be in prison for this. He really should be in prison. But at the very least, he should pay the money that he owes her. That is the very least he can do. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. And talking of Trump, I've got one more story. This is crazy. This was posted on Threads by It's Me, Maud Holly. She says, yes, it's a real post. And I've looked on Truth Social to verify that, yes, this is real. This is really embarrassing. Let's take it back to the beginning. This is Trump. This is Donald Trump, the president of the United States, who has access to the nuclear codes, cosplaying as a doctor, posting an AI video of him cosplaying as a doctor, supposedly treating celebrities for Trump derangement syndrome. It's completely insane.
Someone you know been diagnosed with TDS? The symptoms can be relentless. Fortunately, I'm Dr. Trump, and I have a treatment plan. Let's hear what some of my patients have to say.
I have been suffering for over a decade, and after listening to Dr. Trump, I can see some results.
Man, I've been suffering for years. I really didn't believe that was help out there. That was when I came across this video on TV.
I really thought I was a lost
This is
cause. This
insane.
was going to affect me for the rest of my life. But after using the treatment plan, I can see a difference.
I really wasn't sure I could help some of these people. They were so far gone, I wasn't really sure.
I had no idea how much this was affecting my life.
Oh, for goodness sake.
My work is slowed down. I'm hardly recognizable anymore. I just needed help.
I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. Constantly angry. I made everyone miserable around me.
For God's sake.
I feel like I've aged 20 years in the last 2 years. I've been so concerned. I was really starting to worry about my future.
The treatment is simple. Turn off. Fake news. Say your prayers, and if you ever feel anxious, just have a Diet Coke like me, and you're going to see a remarkable difference in your life.
Sake.
Who are some-
He's such a cretin. Jesus wept. I really hope that these people, these celebrities that he's used in this video sue. I really hope that they sue him for using their likenesses without their permission. Because I'm pretty sure it's not legal to do that.
Someone you know been diagnosed?
I didn't aim him to do that. Here we go. So let's see some of the comments. Shamu HLS said, someone please take away the keys. To which It's Me, Maud Holly replied, I wonder which of the celebrities in it will be the first to file lawsuits today. Yeah, I'm wondering that myself. Kelly Cheetle said, so we're going to take the keys away at any point? To which It's Me, Maud Holly replied, I mean, someone should. Philanthropist said, what a violation of the office. I know we just keep saying that, but JFC, P.S. Rosie looks great in this. It's Maud Holly replied, yeah, she is looking good lately. Philanthropist said, facelift and leaving the States will do that for you. Bedsit Arts said, still the most disgusting. Bedsit Arts said, still the most disgusting thing ever. It's Maud Holly replied, fucking stupid and awful. And Betsit Arts replied, sickening actually, which in itself is ironic. Unimhair said, I would like this insanity to end, please. Firefreck simply posted this meme. Anne-Marie Iron 5 said, he's such an idiot. Mother May Hen Codman said, psychotic behavior. Tis the Mess said, I would be so embarrassed to be an American for multiple reasons, that being one of them. To which SMD URK replied, it's humiliating. Donald Trump is not well. He is not well. He's not sane. He stays up all night posting AI slop like this. No wonder he falls asleep at presses all the time. We need the 25th Amendment, guys. We need it yesterday. But let me know your thoughts about this in the comments. Okay, I think that just about wraps it up for this edition of On the Sofa Live Extra. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. And do subscribe and hit the bell to stay in the loop. Okay, bye for now.